Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere of Monday Night Raw on the Viking Size Gamer channel. This is the first universe mode we're actually going to go full-fledged in. We have a hell of a night for you to start off with. We have an Intercontinental Championship Tournament first round battle between Pete Dunne and Andrade Almas. This is going to be one hell of a hard-hitting battle. As you know, Strong Style taking on Andrade is going to be one hefty fight. We also have another first round, which is Buddy Murphy versus Ricochet in the same Intercontinental Championship Tournament. This is going to be one hell of a battle as well, with two massively talented cruiserweights taking each other on. Then, in our co-main event, we have Asuka taking on Kairi Sane for the Raw Women's Championship. As the Kabuki Warriors implode? Maybe. We'll have to see how this one turns out, but one of them's walking out with the championship tonight. And lastly, we have the Universal Championship match between our number 1 and number 2 draft picks of the men, Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. This match is going to tear the place down. I cannot wait to see what happens in these matches upcoming, but of course it sounds like Andrade is making his way to the ring now in the new Raw arena. And here of course he is with Zelina Vega, always there and always a difference maker for Andrade.
Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Zelina Vega from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215 pounds,
Andrade is always very dangerous in that ring. His high-flying antics, accompanied with his technical prowess, is a force to be reckoned with. Andrade has stolen many a win with Zelina Vega. It has definitely been something he's been keeping in his back pocket, having that extremely devious woman by his side. But she also joins the Monday Night Raw roster on the women's division, so this is actually a 2-for-1 in the draw draft. So I am very pleased to get both of these in my GM. As your GM, should I say, in this draft. This is going to be one hell of a night. I really am seriously excited to bring this to you because these matches are going to be hellacious by putting these guys together. As we all know, Andrade can go with the best of them. He can hit as hard as the rest of them, and this man is certainly dangerous enough in the ring by himself. But accompanied by Zelina Vega, there is something very deadly going to happen, I can tell you that much. So hopefully we'll see something from Pete Dunne, and hopefully he has something to counter whatever Andrade actually has coming for him. Because let's face it, when you're in an Intercontinental Championship tournament, you want to walk away with that gold.
And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne!
Pete, a former United Kingdom champion, the longest reigning UK NXT champion. This man, the Bruiserweight, is probably the hardest hitting British wrestler that has ever stepped foot in a ring. The man's forearms are extremely deadly. Unfortunately, he did use the NXT UK title to Walter, which is just such a shame. Walter overpowered him, but Pete Dunne is here in Raw as a top draft pick to come and make a name for himself in this Intercontinental Championship tournament. He's going to be taking on Andrade Almas. This is going to be serious. I cannot wait to see this match. These two behemoths going against each other. Pete Dunne bringing that British strong style, that hard-hitting style, but also the technicality as well. This man is going to bend your fingers in ways they should not be bent. And here we go, straight off the bat. Whoa! Pete Dunne, forearm smash, whoa! And a Hurricane Rana there, straight off the bat from Andrade to answer. Andrade picking Pete Dunne up, big chop to the chest, that was big. Okay, Andrade picking up Pete now, where's he going with him? Oh, Pete though, elbows to the head. Oh, and a big slap to the neck and another forearm smash. Pete Dunne is on this. Andrade breaking this though, moving over, float over, neck breaker. And Andrade mocking Pete already, falling to his knees. Pete, though, looks like he's already... Yeah, he's recovered already. That didn't take long. Well, sit-out powerbomb. That was a good answer there from Pete Dunne. He knows what he's doing here. Pete with a kick to the back of the head. He's fully prepared to try and work this one out. Oh, going for the suplex there, but Andrade with a knee to the head and a drop kick. Taking Pete down. This is going to be one hell of a match. I know that Andrade can see that he is definitely in charge right now. Ooh, roll up. Oh no, he's lifted him up into sort of a powerbomb of some sort. Andrade in control right now. Ooh, Pete though shoved him off. Hit him with a big knee to the face. Following up with a stomp to the legs, trying to take out another pivotal tool for Andrade. With a kick to the stomach. Oh, he's rolling that. Oh, kicks to the lower back as well. And boots to the face. Oh, that is not looking good for Andrade. Holding him in that hammerlock. Well, okay, he's bringing that arm up. No. Oh, this looks... Oh, that's super painful. You load that. You take out that lower back of Andrade, and you are seriously putting the man in trouble. Andrade, a lot of his moves come from that lower core. If you annihilate the lower back, you are really reducing the movement, and Pete Dunne is seriously going to work. Andrade cannot afford to lose lower back movement or his arms either. Oh! Pete Dunne working the arms and shoulders of Andrade, but Andrade quick to answer with another drop kick, trying to create some space, but not allowing Pete Dunne to rest at this point. He knows what needs to be done. Big axe handle to the back, but still working him over. Snap suplex there from Andrade. Andrade now. Nope, Pete's reversed it into the corner. Big chop there from Pete. Lifting him up. That was very quick. Pete Dunne knows what he's doing. But we don't know what's he going for here. We don't know what he's doing. What are you going for, Pete? Pete. Big superplex off the top rope. Down into the middle of the ring. Pete now in control of this match again with another big move. Well, flip out from Andrade and another drop kick, trying to create some space from Andrade. Andrade's setting him up though, he's lining him up. What's he got him going for here? Cartwheel Pele kick. Into the cover now. 1, 2. A kick out by Pete Dunne. Pete showing some serious tenacity here. That move's taken out quite a few people, or at least been a precursor to that hammerlock DDT from Andrade. One of these guys is going to be going forward in this Intercontinental Championship tournament, and it could be either Pete, it could be Andrade. Right now, Pete's remaining in control for the moment, somehow coming back from that cartwheel Pele kick. I have no idea how, but now he's working that arm. Oh, and again. I'm guessing, from what I'm looking at here, he's trying to take out anything. Oh no! Andrade with the counter there into the Bulldog. This is very back and forth action. Andrade controlling Pete now. Where is he taking him? Got him against the ropes. Putting him into position maybe. What are you doing, Andrade? What are you doing, Andrade? DDT onto the apron! That's the hardest part of the ring, and Pete is not looking good. He is looking worse for wear after that. The crowd getting behind this. They'd love to see this hard-hitting action, but this is a little bit more than we're used to here on Raw. Andrade's really taking it to Pete. He seems to be assessing the situation, wondering what he needs to do next to really finish off Pete. Bringing him up. Oh, missed the kick though. Pete recovering with a clothesline to the back of the head. Zelina is looking a bit concerned here about Andrade. Pete rolling Andrade to the middle of the ring. Big kick to the gut again. Oh, and trying to take out that lower back once again. Really trying to work on the mobility of Andrade. He doesn't want him moving as fast. He really wants to take out that lower back and the arms too. Lower back. Those double knees, they're just very deadly. Andrade is in some serious trouble now. Going for a fisherman suplex. No, it's been reversed. Andrade somehow mustering up the strength to do that. What's Zelina doing in the back though? Zelina, you messed with the turnbuckle pads. Andrade's looking confused. The referee's not there. He's trying to cover him, but he's wondering why he's not counting Pete. Pete doesn't even have to do anything. Andrade's going for a cover again. A 1 count. Andrade looks extremely upset, annoyed. He doesn't understand why Zelina got involved at this point. It's with the hammerlock DDT though. This should be it. This should be over. Pete Dunne just kicked out of the hammerlock DDT. How does anybody do that? That move is deadly. Pete Dunne rolling over, flipping out. Arm drag out of it. Pete Dunne trying to hold his own. Belly to back suplex. And a stomp. Pete really trying to take control again here. Got him in a Kimura. Pete really trying to open up his playlist of moves. Trying to get something together, but Andrade rolling out of it. Taking control of Pete again. Resting him against the ropes. Back out of the ropes. Oh, and a tilt-a-whirl flapjack. That is not looking good right now for Pete Dunne. It looks like Andrade is going to be going forward in this Intercontinental Championship tournament. And Zelina Vega clapping on her client. Andrade picking Pete Dunne up. But Pete, he's mustered up something again, some more energy. Arm dragging his way out of it again. That counter is very quick, but Andrade snaps suplex to silence him in a quick cover. But Pete had the forethought to put his foot on the rope for a rope break. Very good ring awareness there from Pete Dunne. But Andrade is remaining in control of this. And another suplex. Andrade wondering what he has to do to put Pete Dunne away. Oh, massive jawbreaker there from Pete Dunne. Another forearm smash. Is he mounting some sort of a comeback? Oh, a jawbreaker of his own. Andrade, this is so back and forth. Snapmare. Drop kick to the back of the neck. That is going to do some damage to Pete Dunne. It's something you don't want to see. Oh, bringing him down into an armbar. This is not looking good. Whoa, Pete Dunne flipping his way out. Oh, and head scissor flip. Twisting head scissors there. Pete Dunne. Hold on. Oh, release suplex. Wait, did Andrade hit the back of his head? He looks out cold. Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne advances in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament, beating Andrade. This is a major win. I cannot believe that just happened there. Andrade pulling out all the stops to try and put down Pete Dunne. The Bruiserweight, though, prevailing, even overcoming a hammerlock DDT. Kicking out of everything that Andrade threw at him. But he stands tall and advances in this Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Wow, we'll be back right after these messages. Buddy Murphy making his way to the ring for the second match in the first round matches in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Buddy Murphy, the best kept secret. I, the GM of Raw, thought this man should no longer be the best kept secret. He should be the most out there superstar.
Weighing in at 205 pounds, Buddy Murphy.
As at this point, you really got to think Buddy Murphy does have a lot to prove at this point in his career. I have seen the man perform incredibly well on 205 Live and decided to give him an opportunity on Monday Night Raw. But not only an opportunity on Monday Night Raw, an opportunity in this Intercontinental Championship tournament, because Buddy Murphy is an incredible in-ring performer and he does deserve this shot. We will have to see how he performs against Ricochet, because Ricochet is a formidable opponent himself. But Buddy Murphy has one hell of an arsenal to try and take out Ricochet and advance to the next round of the Intercontinental Championship tournament. I am very happy with Buddy Murphy and his reception so far, but let's see how everybody fares when they see Ricochet. Ricochet, his entrance, as amazing as ever. All of the lights. Seriously, this man though is incredibly talented, and it's such a privilege to have him on Raw.
Weighing in at 190 pounds, Ricochet!
We can all see that Ricochet is one hell of a performer. You've seen him various times on NXT, on Raw. The man is just unbelievable in the ring. If you haven't seen him in New Japan as well taking on Will Ospreay, then you really need to see those matches too. His matches against Velveteen Dream in NXT were absolutely amazing as well. Ricochet really is one to watch in this Intercontinental Championship tournament, but of course he has to get through Buddy Murphy in order to get to the next round. And this is just the first round matches on here. There will be 2 more first round matches on the next episode of Raw. But these matches are the ones that are going to qualify first. So we're going to see who's going to be going through between Buddy Murphy and Ricochet. The bell's rung. Ricochet initiating the lockup. Taking control early with a hammerlock. Buddy Murphy, though, reversing that with his own. That wrist lock at the back. Shoving Ricochet off. Big neck breaker to start off with. That was very quick. Ricochet rolling out under the ropes. Ricochet creating some space between him and Buddy Murphy. He's not going to go. Oh, I thought he was going to go for something there. A springboard. Buddy Murphy capitalizing on that slow thought process though there from Ricochet. With a snapmare and a kick to the lower back, and now in control, but Ricochet turning it around. And now turning Buddy Murphy around in the corner. Taking him out. What is Ricochet's plan here? This looks like it's a shotgun drop kick. Now picking Buddy Murphy back up. And a big forearm smash there. He is totally in control. Buddy Murphy does not know how to counter this. And shoving Buddy Murphy out to the floor. What's his plan here? Tope con hero. Ricochet with the big outside dive there, taking out Buddy Murphy. That was incredible. Buddy Murphy very quickly back to his feet with a clothesline. Sending Ricochet tumbling outside. And now throwing him into the ring post. This is definitely going to be one of those matches you don't want to miss. Ricochet composing himself long enough to try and create some more separation between himself and Buddy Murphy and getting himself back in the ring. Ricochet. Big kick to the groin here. Flip powerbomb from a vertical suplex position. That was incredible. That was quite a hefty heave of strength. Something you don't normally see from Ricochet is how strong he actually is. But Buddy Murphy quickly turning this back around again with a kick to the chest. As Ricochet doesn't really have enough. Whoa, big knee! Big knee straight into the cover. Could this be it? Oh, 1 count? Ricochet says you are not prepared for this. Flipping arm drag takeover. Big European uppercut. Ricochet with the knee to the face here. Bringing Buddy Murphy up. Whoa! Ricochet going for the cover. Could that be it? A 1 count as well. Buddy Murphy answers to the flatliner and says, nope, you kick out of my finisher, I'm kicking out of yours. What is Ricochet doing here? Is he doing it as well? DDT to the ring apron. That's the second one we've seen this evening. And considering banning this move, it's incredibly dangerous to the performers. First, of course, we had Pete Dunne suffering it, but he came out on top. Buddy Murphy's now taken one as well, but he's not looking as good. I don't know whether these moves are out of desperation. He's trying to create it. Yeah, he's trying to slow this match down now, bringing that sleeper hold. But Ricochet, far too quick with the jawbreaker there. Not allowing Buddy Murphy to slow this down. As Murphy, no, to the outside, takes a massive tumble there. Ricochet is not letting him up. He is not letting him rest. He is not letting him stop. Buddy Murphy does not look good right now. And Ricochet seems to be taking full advantage. This Intercontinental Championship tournament obviously means quite a bit to all of these performers to be crowned the brand new Intercontinental Championship champion. Ricochet showing off now on the outside. This isn't like him. He normally isn't massively a show-off. He likes to get down to business. Buddy Murphy creating some space now. But Ricochet back to his feet. Buddy Murphy doesn't even know what's going on right now. Flipping him down. Ricochet. That impact looks to really have done Buddy Murphy in. He does not look like himself. That DDT on the apron really has done a number on him. Ricochet off the ropes. 619. He looks like, oh my god. Okay, Buddy Murphy is busted open. Ricochet getting back in the ring. Buddy Murphy doesn't even know where he is. Has the sense of mind to try and come back from this. He's going to the top rope. What is he doing? He must barely be able to register what's going on here. From the top, big elbow drop from the other side of the ring. That was incredible. Buddy, spinning heel kick. This is desperation. He must be acting purely on instinct, but Ricochet off the ropes. Dodges the kick there, Buddy Murphy. Snapmare. Kick to the lower back. But he collapses. He does not seem himself. Big knee to the gut. He does not seem himself. RKO, a cutter. A cutter out of nowhere. Ricochet. Oh, this is unnecessary, surely. Big kick. The modified go to sleep. And Ricochet with the cover here. Ricochet coming out with the win and advancing in the tournament, but I think I'm going to call the medics down here. Somebody get the MTs down here, because I think Buddy Murphy is going to need some concussion treatment. He did not look like he took some of those moves well. That DDT to the ring apron really was the beginning of the end for Buddy Murphy, and I'm quite concerned about him. He does not look well. He does not look right. And a lot of those moves were in desperation. So if we can get some MTs down here, we need to sort this out. I need to get him out the back. Ricochet advancing in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. And we'll be back right after these messages. And we are back for the co-main event of the evening. Kairi Sane taking on Asuka for the WWE Raw Women's Championship.
Is scheduled for one fall. making her way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan,
Kairi Sane, obviously one half of the Kabuki Warriors and former tag team champions with Asuka, women's tag team champions, of course. This is going to be one hell of a matchup. These two women know each other extremely well, having tagged for a little while and really just coexisted together on the main roster. But once all those championships were vacated, once all the titles were moved and gone, these two are now going to war as they were the co-draft pick, the co-top draft pick for Raw itself, which basically means that both of them had to now face each other for the Raw Women's Championship. But Kairi looks ready to take on her old friend, and I expect nothing but good things from the both of them and a lot of sportsmanship. They have a lot of respect for each other. They know what each other's capable of, so it should be a great match from the both of them. Kairi looks ready. Asuka, though, she is definitely a formidable opponent, and we all know how dangerous Asuka can be. The longest reigning champion in modern day history. The longest reigning NXT Women's Champion ever, undefeated for the longest time since Goldberg in wrestling. Asuka holds a lot of things to her name, and she is extremely dangerous in that ring. She is somebody you don't want to mess with. She is somebody you don't want to get on the wrong side of. But Asuka is here tonight to prove a point that she can hold her own against her former tag team partner and take home that gold. But this, of course, is going to be a fantastic match. Either way, both the opponents know each other very, very well. They're very familiar with each other's styles, having coexisted for a little while. I'd expect this to be a very back and forth battle between the two of them. Asuka, certainly somebody that you want to keep an eye on, because she is very deadly in that ring. And if she manages to get Kairi, then it could be all over very quickly. Tonight it is for that championship, the Women's Championship of Raw. There's the gold they're looking for. Although it's not gold, thinking about it. Kairi Sane, Asuka. And here we go. Raw Women's Championship. Belly to back suplex from Asuka. Straight off the bat, she is capitalizing quickly. Big kick to the chest. Asuka knows what she's doing here. Another belly to back suplex. Kairi with nothing to answer. She is firmly in control here. Asuka. Another belly to back suplex. This is slight domination. She seems to have caught Kairi off guard, but Kairi answers back with a jawbreaker of her own and a spear. Big kick to the chest of Asuka. This is going to be back and forth already, I can tell. Nice fireman's carry flip. There's a counter there. Asuka now trying to get back in control, and a kick to the chest. Repeated kicks to the chest. Kairi not ready. And Asuka showboating a little bit. You know what she's like. All the respect in the world for her partner. But hanging her off there and rebounded into a suplex. That Falcon Arrow. Whoa! Big right hand there from Asuka. Kairi, though, arm dragging her way out of it. Whoa, massive chops herself. And a Hurricane Rana. Or a Frankensteiner, depending on which one you want. A big drop kick to the back of the head. Picking up Asuka now. No, Asuka moving away. Kairi, Bulldog. Now slowing it down. The action. Got her in the head scissors while she elbows the top of the head. Trying to slow the pace down. Trying to bring it back down and take control again. Kairi bringing Asuka back to her feet and then sending her back down with a drop kick. Asuka, though, shoving Kairi off. Big stomp. And bringing Kairi back to her feet here. Whoa, she missed the kick. Kairi dodged it. And another Frankensteiner there. Kairi lifting up Asuka and again slowing it down with those elbows to the top of the head. Asuka reversing it. Big knee to the gut of Kairi. Kairi rolling out to the ring. Hoping to create some separation, but Asuka is straight back on top of her. Asuka, though, saying, come on. But Kairi threw her back into the ring. Kairi wants this to be in the ring. She wants this to be properly done. Kairi elbow to the back of the head. That looked brutal, to be fair. Now taking control of Asuka and taking her to the corner. Asuka, though, knows her partner very well and stops anything in its tracks from happening. Big elbow and a drop kick. Asuka back in control of this match. Kairi, whoa, throwing her back into the ring. There's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of sportsmanship here, but oh, Kairi with the backflip into the Bulldog again. And taking her into those head scissors and really trying to work over that head. Really trying to incapacitate Asuka. Really trying to make her not know where she is or what she's doing. Another Frankensteiner there from Kairi Sane. She knows what she's doing here. She knows what she's capable of. She knows she can take home that Raw Women's Championship. Asuka looking a bit sturdy on her feet after all those elbows to the top of her head. And now, Kairi... big 10 punches and trying to follow it up. Asuka looks out on her feet but still reverses it out of desperation possibly, but another knee. And Kairi rolling out to the ring apron, and Asuka seems to be summoning something from the crowd. Kairi taking control, flip into the cover. Oh, Asuka reverses it. Oh, a 2 count from the both of them. Asuka. What is she doing? Big punch. Turns her around. She's got it in the Asuka lock. She's got it in the Asuka lock. Is Kairi going to tap? Kairi Sane taps to the Asuka lock. Asuka is your new Raw Women's Champion. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. This was very back and forth. But as much as I can say that it was back and forth, Asuka had a lot of control of this match from the start. It seems that she knows her opponent better than she actually knew herself. Taking full control of everything that Kairi did. Every time Kairi thought she had an opening, Asuka managed to close it. And Asuka is walking away as the new Raw Women's Champion after defeating her tag team partner, or former tag team partner. Still friends, still comrades. Asuka, the new Raw Women's Champion. And an incredible bout as it was. Wait. Asuka? She's dropped a championship. She's going to pick up Kairi. You could be seeing another form of... Wait, what are you doing? No! No, 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 no! Asuka, what are you doing? Asuka just laid out Kairi. This is uncalled for. What are you doing? She's your friend. Asuka. Asuka, no, stop. Kairi laid out on that announcer's table. The referee signaling for some sort of help, but Kairi Sane is out of it. Asuka. Ah! From the top rope. Somebody call the medics. Somebody call the medics. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Universal Championship match. Kairi Sane is in the back. The medics tell me that she's okay. After that vicious assault from Asuka. Seth Rollins now making his way to the ring for the Universal Championship bout. This was... wow. We're all still recovering from whatever just happened between Asuka and Kairi Sane. I don't understand what it was. I don't understand why. Asuka has a lot of questions to answer.
Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth Rollins!
Seth here to take on Drew McIntyre for the Universal Championship. This is, of course, going to be another hellacious battle between these two because they do have a history. Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, has taken out a lot of people, a lot of Raw superstars in the last few months, but this is going to be for the Universal Championship, an opportunity that he has wanted for a long time. But there's another stipulation to this. The loser will be dropping down into the brackets for the Intercontinental Championship tournament and taking on Kofi Kingston to try and secure a place in the semi-finals. And here comes that man, the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Very dangerous in his own right. Somebody you certainly do not want to mess with at all.
And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, Drew McIntyre.
Drew, of course, not really had an opportunity for the Universal Championship recently, but certainly deserved one, which is why he was my #1 draft pick for Raw. The man is incredibly dangerous. But as I said before, this is for the Universal Championship, but there is another stipulation. The loser will drop down into the Intercontinental Championship bracket, and they will go into the first round matches against Kofi Kingston to try and secure a place in the semi-finals. So far in that Intercontinental Championship tournament, we do have Pete Dunne, and we also have Ricochet. Kofi Kingston will face the loser of this match, and the winner will of course get this prize, the Universal Championship. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the big red belt, ready for the taking. Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Here we go. Drew with a big clothesline off the bat, taking control very early in this match. Big knee to the back of the head of Seth Rollins. Drew almost appears to be slow and methodical. Big power bomb there from Drew. Seth has not answered at all. Big kick to the back of the knee though. Here we go. Float over DDT. Big kick to the lower spine, but Drew straight back to his feet. Whoa, shoulder him over with a shoulder tackle. Drew. Oh, deadlift, gut wrench, power bomb. Incredible the strength from the Scotsman, but Seth is very quick. Another float over DDT. Drew McIntyre hasn't come up with a way to counter that yet. Drew McIntyre with a big knee across the strength of his throat. It just did not look good. It's like he's caught a wind. A big spinning heel kick there from Seth, dropping Drew down, coming back off the other side of the ropes. Oh, and that big leg across, trying to take the wind out of Drew McIntyre. Big backflip there as well. It seems like he's trying to take the wind out of Drew McIntyre, trying to slow him down. Seems like he's building up a head of steam here. Drew's back to his feet though, and he's trying to kick the legs out from under him, Seth. Trying to chop the big man down. And down he does go. Seth though, seeing this, he's capitalizing, he's on the top rope. Big elbow to the lower back, trying to really knock the wind out of Drew. He knows that he's got to slow him right down. He knows he's got to keep the pace down to a level that he's comfortable with. And he knows that if he allows Drew to build up any head of steam at all, that he could be in some serious trouble. So trying to knock the wind out of the big man is probably the right thing to do. Ripcord knee. Could this be it? 1, 2. Kick out by Drew McIntyre. That was an incredibly deep kick out. That took everything from Drew to kick out of that ripcord knee. Seth kind of hitting it out of nowhere. Super kick to the gut. Oh, no, Drew McIntyre managing to get out of that one. Big clothesline from the Scotsman again. Trying to maintain some semblance of power here. Suplex. Drew back in control. And a Beal throw there. Drew. I think whatever Seth did, it just angered him, just upset the Scotsman. And I'm not surprised really. Seth though, countering, big knee to the face. What is Seth up to here? He's going back to the top rope again. Big elbow drop and going for the cover. 1. A kick out at 1. Drew says no, that's not happening. Not off that. Sweeping the legs out from in. Drew taking control again. Nope, Seth, big knees to the gut. Drew, a knee of his own to counter. A big chop there, and a chop back from Seth. Another big knee. Right to the chin of Drew. Seems to have staggered him. He doesn't know where he is. He's on the floor. Seth bringing a very limp Drew into the center of the ring and bringing him back up. Putting him out. And that ripcord knee again. It looks like he's caught him flush right on the jaw. Could this be it? Universal Champion has been crowned, and Seth Rollins is that man. It looks like the knee from earlier hit Drew McIntyre right where it needed to. Right on the jaw, knocking him for 6, staggering him. He didn't know where he was. And then he was hit again with a second ripcord knee, which was just the icing on the cake. And now we have a new Raw Universal Champion. Seth Rollins, you get to celebrate this night, and we get to close it out with you as the new champion. Drew heads down to the bottom in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. We'll catch you in the next episode.